hello. As you probably won't know, I'm 20 now. That is 20. That is 2 decades older. I've been on this planet for 2 decades. I have done this video before. I think I did it when I turned 17. I don't know what my answers were, but I have compiled a list of 20 things that I've learned in 20 years. I don't know if they match my previous list or not, but if they do, let me know. Number 1, good people are temporary, but the great ones will stay. You will lose a lot of friends. In your teen years, in your 20s, after high school really, you lose a lot of friends. And that's okay, because you were only really there because you were all in the same situation together. And then when you leave high school, you find your new friends, they come and go. But there are some people that will stay forever. Number 2, always be humble and grateful for anything and everything. Because you are such a tiny little speck of dust on this planet. You are not entitled. The world does not revolve around you. You revolve around the world. Number 3, love yourself in the now, because you're gonna look back at old photos and be like, you know what, I was so much skinnier then. Why did I think I was so much bigger? Like, everyone gains weight after high school. You still look good. You look older and you grow more, and you should, because you're only a teenager back then. You can't compare yourself to being a teenager when you are now an adult. Number 4, it is okay to have nothing days. You can sit here and watch Netflix and be a couch potato all day. That is okay, as long as you know you're not gonna do that forever. You know, it might be a week, might be a day. Just have a day to turn your brain off and to be mush. That's what you need to do. Just do it. Who's gonna stop you? Only yourself is gonna stop you in your head. Number 5, pain is always temporary. Most things in life are temporary. So if you feel like you're going through a lot of pain and you're like, no, I'm never gonna get out of this, why me? No, it's not why me, it's try me, because you're gonna get through it, alright? It's only temporary. Number 6, it is extremely important that you learn to appreciate nature and all of its beauty that is around you.
I'm the Lorax, guardian of the forest. I speak for the trees.
Especially in the world that we're living in today, how everything is becoming a concrete jungle. I just want jungle, not the concrete.
Behold, the intruder and his violent ways. Shame on you. For shame.
Go out for like 5 minutes a day, walk out in your lawn with bare feet, and just stand there, take a deep breath, appreciate your surroundings, and ground yourself. Number 7, it does get better. So recently, just over a year ago, I developed full-blown anxiety attacks and panic attacks and everything. And obviously, you know, your brain makes it a lot worse. It's like, oh no, now I have to deal with this. What am I ever gonna do? And then you become afraid of it. You know, don't be afraid of it, own it. You need to learn to own it. It is important to go to your doctor though, because there are always underlying causes. It's not just in your head. Sometimes there is a chemical imbalance that can be fixed with the proper medications, not antidepressants or anxiety pills or any proper medication. Unless antidepressants work for you, then that's okay. But always consult your doctor about it. Is some things that can help. I've started reading these books and they are changing my life. Let me go get them and show you. Now these books are an easy read, but the information in them is absolutely golden. So the first one, Living With It, A Survivor's Guide to Overcoming Panic and Anxiety. There's cartoons everywhere, but like, it's very realistic. And there's also Cruising Through Calamity, Handling Anxiety and Anxious Times. I'm getting all of her books because I am absolutely obsessed. Even just every single thing about all of these books really just opens up your eyes. And there's helpful tools and tips and tricks in all of her books. Number 8, never take anything for granted, because you never know when you're going to become allergic to it. Took seafood for granted. I used to think I could eat prawns every day, and then guess what? Can't do that anymore. I'm allergic to prawns now. So never take it for granted. Enjoy every single thing. Number 9, money comes and goes, so honestly just go out and do it. Like, whatever's on your mind, just go out and do it. You're like absolutely dying for a weekend away at a certain place, go and do it. You really want to buy a house more than anything, then make that your goal to save up and do it. If you want both, I would say do the holiday first, because you never know when you're going to be locked down again. Then go buy a house, because right now the market sucks, so don't do it now. Number 10. It is okay to feel lost when you're trying to find yourself. That's the process of finding yourself. You need to feel lost to feel found. Number 11. Your life is no one else's, so take control of your life. Number 12, eat what you want and learn to love your body, because no one else can do it for you. Because when you start to love your body, you're going to want to eat healthier, because you're going to feel better. You're going to be like, hey, I love my body, I want to fuel it, I appreciate it. And then you will. You'll start to eat healthier and then you'll be in a better mindset. And then it will just be a constant thing. Obviously, you can still eat junk food. Eat anything in moderation. Number 13. Time literally goes so fast. When was the last time I filmed one of these? 17, 18, 3 years ago I filmed one of these videos. And I told myself I would do it for every single year. Don't really know if I've learnt that much. I have. I'm a different person. Time goes so fast. Appreciate every single moment with your friends and your family, and value every single minute, because you're not going to get it back. Money can't buy time. Number 14. This is some very important advice. Write down your goals, no matter how small they are. Now, I used to be like, oh, that's so stupid, I could just keep my goals in my head or whatever. No, physically write them down on a piece of paper, and something about that, I don't know how it works, it just does. When you physically write them down, what I did was I had my diary and I wrote all my goals in the front of it, stuck a piece of paper to the very front of it, and I ticked them off as I went. And I don't think I would have achieved what I did if I hadn't written them down. I probably just would have forgotten about them. Number 15 ties in quite similarly. Keep a journal, because I like to think of that scene in The Notebook, how she doesn't actually remember her life, but she kept a journal. And I think that's very important, because you're not going to remember every single tiny little detail of your life. But if you keep a journal, you can look back when you're old, you can remember all the golden moments and all the fun things that made you laugh and everything. I just think that's very special, and you can't get that back. So I would say keep a journal and write things down. Number 16 kind of ties in with them as well. Read books. Now, I know like every interview's like, I can't read, it's so boring, I don't want to go do this and do that. I completely understand. I like the thought of reading, and then actually doing it, I'm like, man, I do not want to read, like I can't be bothered. It is so impossible for me to start reading a book. But then once you do, there is magic in your brain. Your brain is stimulated, you are learning things, and you're enjoying what you're reading. Like, it can be anything. Pick a picture book to start with if you want to. I won't judge you. Number 17, take loads of photos and videos, as many as you can whenever you can, but do not forget to live in the moment when you are doing it. Don't like look through a screen at a concert the whole time. Like, take a snippet and enjoy what is in front of you. You can look back and like not even remember, not even remember when on earth did I take this photo, but you'll look back and then you'll trigger a memory. Number 18, have a hobby. Anything that will stimulate your brain, go and do it. It can be tiny, like it can be reading, it can be doing puzzles, it can be taking pictures, it can be laying out in the grass, tanning or whatever. Just have a hobby. 19, do not hold resentment. It ages you and it looks ugly on you. And finally, number 20, you do not have to forgive people, but you do need to learn, come to terms with it in your own heart. As long as you find peace within yourself, your life will become peaceful. So I hope you enjoyed my 20 things learned in 20 years, and hit me up in the comments what some things that you've learned in whatever age you are. Anyway, until next time, see ya!